Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna have new gameplay and new decks. Hopefully, I'm finally gonna play again. So the first new deck that I'm gonna be playing here is the Night's Watch Reigns of Castamere deck. Obviously, if you're Night's Watch Intrigue challenges, you're gonna play some Stewards, and as you can see, I have a huge skew of Intrigue icons. I'm playing a bunch of Stewards. Originally, I made the deck to be even more heavy on Stewards, and I had like the New Gift and the Rack Hook and some stuff like that, trying to play some fun cards. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out because what I ran into was even if I had a very dominant board position, I just didn't have enough ways to actually get power because I'm still kind of light on power icons, even though I have a ton of intrigue. And so the opponent could just like guard the power challenge and then eventually win after like the third reset gets flipped or something stupid like that. So I put it in the wall to deal with that. This way, if I run into some like obnoxious Shadows deck that just marshals 5 cards into Shadows and then passes every turn, ideally they will lose to this because those decks typically are not too happy when you have a passive power win condition that they can't interact with. So we've got the wall, the Haunted Forest, 2 Flea Bottoms, 3 Veteran Builders to support it. Not the happiest about playing the wall, but it is what it is. When the meta calls for it, the meta calls for it. Maybe one day I can play the Rat Cook. We'll see. In the meantime, we are Reigns of Castamere Night's Watch, so Jon Snow is the time-honored corner piece of that deck. This is like the #1 best character, the stealth 6 strength that stands himself. This is still better than the, what do you call it, the Tricon Jon Snow for a few reasons. First of all, there's 1 Ranger in the deck, which is Corrin Halfhand. So it's not that likely that he can get Intimidate, which is by far the best keyword for the other Jon Snow to get. And the other Jon Snow requires you to have a builder to get stealth, which like I do have the veteran builder, the only builder in the deck, but it's much better to just have it printed on the card. And he can still get insight from Bowen Marsh potentially. Plus, you have so much other card draw, getting insight on your Jon Snow is not the most important thing. And then this guy has the stand ability, he has the printed stealth, and he's not a lord, and we are playing the Red Wedding, so that kind of matters. Even though, Bowen Marsh is a lord, which has always weirded me out, but he's the only lord in the deck, so hopefully the Red Wedding is still playable. Maybe we just won't flip it if Bowen Marsh is out there. So yeah, we've got our Stewards, Bowen Marsh, Dolores Ed, Donal Noy. The ability is not relevant, which is unfortunate, but he's still a 4/4 military intrigue steward. Gilly, I don't know if she's really worth it, but she's cheap, and you could potentially get some more intrigue stealth. And 2 icons, I mean, it's decent, I think. Obviously, you have Maester Aemon, we've got the Insight, Samwell, Satin, Small Paul, Three Finger. All of the most playable stewards, the ones that are like more efficient. I'm not doing like Darien or what is that 2-cost guy? I can't even remember. There's some ones that are pretty bad. Because it is like a hybrid stewards and core set wall deck, so we only put in like the good ones. And there's still enough for the Watch Has Need to be pretty good. Especially because we have a couple reserve boosters with Bowen Marsh and what is his face? Samwell Tarly. And like there's some decent reserve plots in here. Exchange of information at the gates. Varys' Riddle, you can flip into that with your Reigns of Castamere. So that's decent. Other characters in the deck, Corrin Halfhand, because he's just really good. And I wanted to play Great Hall since I'm playing Jon Snow and Bowen Marsh. I considered the core set Old Bear Mormont since I'm playing the wall. But I think even in a core set wall deck, he's just not worth it. Because his ability is, it's like an ability that the opponent can figure out how to deactivate, as opposed to Corrin's being a proactive one that they have to figure out how to defend themselves against. He has Renown, which the core set Old Bear does not have, and a lot of times the core set Mormont's ability is not super relevant even if you can activate it. Like, it's actually fairly common that I don't want to put a card into play from my hand with it, because I want to hold back since I know they're going to do a reset and things like that. I think Corrin is still a little bit better. Plus, he's not a lord, and the core set Mormont is a lord, so I think he is the choice for now. And Begging Brothers, because like I just had some extra room in the deck that I wasn't sure how to fill out, so I put in Begging Brothers and Nightmares. Begging Brother, decent intrigue icon, always a good ability. And we're playing Late Summer Feast, so that also makes Begging Brother more playable. Because if you know that you want to drop a Begging Brother with 3 gold, then you're like, okay, well, Late Summer Feast. So Craven and Milk of the Poppy. Craven is always an insane card. I'm not sure when there will ever be a time that every Night's Watch deck won't have 3 of these in it. Maybe if it ever gets restricted, that would be like the only way. And Milk of the Poppy, I was thinking about Milk of the Poppy, and I was like, this has to be one of the best cards in the game at this point. It's definitely the best neutral card, except for maybe Great Hall. I cannot really imagine making any decks at all, no matter what they are right now, that doesn't have 3 milks in them. So we've got the Economy, Gates to the Moon, Great Hall, Rose Road, Underground Vault, and that is the whole deck. So let's look at the plots. We've got At the Gates to open with. I imagine most of my decks will be opening with this plot. I've thought about it and played with it, and I think it's the best opening plot in the game now in terms of both like how good it is for economy and the reliability. Because if you use the ability and just get either Gates to the Moon or Great Hall into play, it's basically a 7 gold plot that really doesn't have any downside. It also has the 7 reserve, and its card advantage. It thins your deck out, so your average draw is better, and it's like cumulative economy advantage because you have an extra limited for every turn after the first turn. It's just overall the most reliable one. It's better. It's like not the best against Varus's Riddle, Summer Harvest, but it's pretty decent. Like if they flip Varus's Riddle, they just get the same effect with 1 extra income. It's not a disaster, and the same with Summer Harvest. It's like they get plus 2 gold, but you get the when revealed effect, which is part of the economy value of the plot, which is also completely fine and arguably better for you. So it's the best opening plot, I think. I imagine most decks will be opening with this. Certainly most decks that I've been playing against are using it to open. But because I think it's going to be fairly common, I'm not playing the, City of Secrets, the one that's like draw 2, because I don't want to let the other person draw 2 for no reason. And Exchange of Information is still super duper good, because it has a high chance to draw Craven or Milk. And these are cards that just win games. If you just like draw enough of these and they can't remove them, sometimes you just win. So we've got Here to Serve. This is a solid plot on its own. It's also here as an anti-Valar Morghulis plot, because a lot of times if you play Jon Snow and he's not duplicated, they're just going to Valar Morghulis immediately. And you can do this if you think that's going to happen and save him. Late Summer Feast, because we're Rains, and it's good to like play out like, you know, the wall and some more stuff on 1 turn. The Fire That Burns is a classic Night's Watch Reigns of Castamere plot, because the idea is you play this, you win initiative, you go second, you don't know to defend anything, and then you flip out of it with the agenda. And since we're playing the Corset Wall, even if that sort of dream situation doesn't happen, I think it's still fine to just play this in past challenges, probably. Valar Dohaeris is the one I'm not sure about. I really am not sure if I should have this in the deck, but I think it can be good if people are getting out of control with like multiple 6 and 7 cost characters and they're getting a bunch of renown or something. You might want to have this on deck, and you have like a not character-based win condition with your wall flea bottom garbage. So you might want to be like, yeah, let's make the board smaller, and that'll help me, you know, control it and then win with the wall. I'm not sure about it though. But I looked through the plots and was just like, well, I don't really know what to play instead. Forced March is not great because you have literally 0 small military icons to use it with. Like all the military icons in the deck are big boys, like Cotter Pike, Donalnoy, Small Paul, stuff like that. Yeah, and then we got the schemes, which is Varus's Riddle, Wildfire Assault, Game of Thrones, Filthy, and the Red Wedding. And so the one that I cut for the Red Wedding was the stand token, and it might still be better to just play the stand token. I've only been able to actually use the Red Wedding in a way that matters like once that I can remember. It's actually pretty difficult to get off, and even if you do, it still has disadvantages because you're 0 claim and 4 reserve. It can occasionally win the game if you snipe something with it, though, so I think it's fine to just have it in there as an option. And the stand token I don't think is super relevant. Jon Snow already stands himself, and it's not that likely that he's going to be able to do 3 challenges that are relevant. And all the rest of the characters in the deck, like, none of them are that important to stand. Standing Corrin could potentially be decent to just get another renown, but it's not nearly as good as in decks like Greyjoy or Tyrell, where you can have multiple large characters with either renown or crazy abilities that you want to activate multiple times. And I think Close Call, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but solid plot. You're probably going to get Valar Morghulis and goes with Flea Bottom. So yep, I think that's about it. Another nice sort of synergy of the stewards with the core set wall is the stewards can draw tons and tons and tons of cards. You'll draw a lot with this deck, and so that way you can hopefully like draw your pieces for your core set wall and set it up. Draw into the Flea Bottom, the builder, and the wall. Yeah, like before I put in the core set wall, I had some games that looks like this guy isn't playing. Oh, here he is. I had some games that I literally lost because I drew my entire deck. And, how do you say? And I still didn't have 15 power. Like, I just insided through the whole deck with Bowen Marsh, and I had 10 power, and I lost. And that was kind of funny. So this is Greyjoy, Sea of Blood. This is really bad. I guess I keep this hand. But, like, if he... Man. I don't want to set up the wall, because if I set the wall up and he does put to the torch, like, the game's just kind of over on the spot. I don't really want to set up a Begging Brother either, but I think I have to. I think we have to do this. It's actually a pretty decent setup. It just really sucks to play against Sea of Blood, because Sea of Blood is like, oh, dirt, they triggered the agenda once, I guess I lose. Feels bad. But let's see, we do have a milk. A single milk, maybe it'll be enough, probably not. No big guys, let's get Gates to the Moon. What you really need in this matchup is Craven. What is up with the cards? Why are they all smushed together? That's actually really annoying. I don't think there's anything I can do about it during the game. But yeah, like Craven on Euron, just imagine the juiciness. I'll just have to milk him instead, which is not nearly as good. But still pretty good. Still pretty important to milk that guy. Like, we're going to be eating Put to the Sword here, almost certainly. Because I don't have any military icons. This guy is a lord. Let's see, this is 6 gold. So sure, let's just marshal all of it. Oh. I guess it was 7. I miscounted. So in a ideal world, he will kneel his whole board and then we can kill Euron with, what is that card called? The Red Wedding? But something tells me that's not going to happen. I mean, he can just get We Do Not Sow to immediately discard that milk since I wasn't able to oppose the challenge. Come on, dude. Just get We Do Not Sow. What are you doing? This is not difficult. Well, maybe if he never clicks forward on his action window, then we can just leave the game because he's not playing. And then I don't have to deal with Greyjoy, Sea of Blood. My clock goes to 4:30 p.m. here. That's probably going to be what I do. Always possible that he was having connection issues. I also kind of want to clean up Whatever is going on with these card sizes where they're all smushed together, that is not cool. Come on, just a little bit longer, man. You can do it. Don't push anything. Let it go to 430. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to click that. Alright, I guess we're out of the game now. I don't know if that guy actually disconnected. I probably should have given him a little bit longer, but whatever. How do I fix the card sizes? There's got to be a setting. There we go. I guess we have to go small. See what that does. Hopefully no Sea of Blood. And no lag, disconnect, garbage. That guy didn't want to play. That's sad. Come on, man. Just trying to play a game here. What's going on? I need to figure out how to actually edit different clips together so that you guys don't have to like sit through this crap. I can just edit it out and I can like explain the deck and review like the cards and everything and then clip straight into a game that I play later instead of feeling like I have to do it all at once. Sort of my resolution for maybe this summer. I'll figure that out. No real excuse for it. I've just been lazy. OBS can't be that hard to use. I guess I mulligan this because if he plays March to the Wall, then it's garbage. Otherwise, it would actually be decent. I mean, it would definitely be playable to go like Underground Vault, Bowen March duplicate. But I don't want to get marched. Damn, no locations, that blows. But we have At the Gates, so we're guaranteed to have one. No matter what, we're always going to have at least one. So it looks like a Builder's deck because he has an Eastwatch Carpenter, but he's playing the Winter Agenda. It's a little bit weird. I think I have 2 summer plots. 2 summer, no, 3. So I'm not playing Kings of Summer. I just naturally over the course of plot selection ended up with 3 summer plots. This is why the Winter Agenda is like pretty garbage. This is a good draw. We already got Flea Bottom and we got an economy. Let's go Gates to the Moon since we don't have any big boys. This might come down to a race to see who draws the wall first. That would be crappy. But one nice thing about the Reigns deck is like it's not necessarily wall or bust. I mean, you can try to play for a board and winning challenges, you know, if you draw core in half hand and Jon Snow and cards like that. You can try. He did put me on 4 reserve, that's sad, but I have 3 negative attachments to discard. I think the odds that those are going to do anything are fairly low. This turn is probably like Great Hall, Corrin, Pass. And then discard all these attachments to reserve. This would be such a nutty hand in any other matchup besides another Night's Watch. Like, imagine starting with this against Greyjoy. How salty would they be? He nightmares my Gates to the Moon. Are you serious? That's just rude. It does not get more rude than that. That is an extremely lame way to play. He frickin' got me for this turn, man. Unfortunately, he doesn't know that I have no problem discarding half of this hand. Completely happy to do that. He doesn't know. And he still could not get below his reserve for 3-finger Hob, and he's sitting on 4 gold for no reason. But maybe he has Airy. Who knows? We'll find out. Nightmares on Gates of the Moon. Who does that, man? That's just a dick move. It's just a dick move, dude. Practice Blade? No Practice Blade. I should have played around Practice Blade. Oh, there is Practice Blade. Okay then, I guess I'm going to kill a steward. Probably not the end of the world. Oh, and he did get below reserve by doing the Practice Blade. That sucks. Oh, that was a misplay. Because he has Castle Black, so that was supposed to be a power challenge. Probably doesn't matter. I think I go late Summer Feast this turn. If he's going to be on the take the gold plan, I don't think you're going to be taking enough gold when I play late Summer Feast. Yeah, none of these others really look worth it yet. This is an example of why I'm so sketchy on having Valar Dohaeris in the deck, because this is a matchup where Valar Dohaeris is probably never going to do anything in my favor, and may be a plot that I end up not liking, that I have to like flip it over on myself. Oh my goodness. Of course he plays that. Of course. Well, I think I show him... Do I want the Watch Has Need or Quarren? Quarren is better if I can use his ability, but I doubt that I can get his ability through the Eastwatch Carpenter and Castle Black. If I show him Flea Bottom, he's going to discard that. I don't know, man. Let's keep the card draw, I guess. Really not sure if that's correct. False Spring. What a piece of trash. Definitely one of my least favorite ways to lose a game is this in the False Spring, and then you just don't draw what you need. Theoretically, my deck should be a counter to this because it has so much card draw. But I do have to actually draw the card draw. And he discarded Quarren. I think I'm happy with that. Well, here's some draw. I guess we play this card and this one. Do I use it? I guess 5 reserves probably good enough because I'm going to have extra gold, so I think it would be better to save it for exchange of information or something if I could. But it's probably fine to use it this way. Yeah, that was worth it. Got 2 of them. Unfortunately, the wall was like the second card there, and I just shuffled that away, but ideally we'll draw it at some point. I think we definitely go this now. It's better to go ahead and set up locations rather than going wide on characters. Let's see if he's going to milk or Craven Bowen Marsh. I feel like that's guaranteed to happen. And he has a lot of cards and money over there. Maybe Valar Dohaeris is going to come in handy after all. Sort of depends on if he has any big characters of his own or not. If he doesn't have anything bigger than Littlefinger, it's kind of like whatever. But if he just randomly plays Quarren Halfhand like I do, that could be a problem. Yeah, I'll probably Dohaeris next turn, because there'll just like not really ever be a better time to do it. He's got a ton of crap. Yeah, this is definitely a past challenges turn. Hopefully we can block Intrigue because he doesn't know about Dolorous Ed. That'd be nice. Why is he doing it with 2 characters? Do I have any? Yeah, there's no Flea Bottom. The flea bottom really has like no synergy except with the veteran builder. Definitely don't necessarily like playing core set wall flea bottom. Just feels scummy, but you have to do what you have to do. So yeah, this is good. I think I can just defend with these two, and practice blades still won't be enough. And I draw two if I win, so that's really good. Frickin' got him. Oh damn, returning Dolores Egg gets rid of the insight. Oh well. We'll be drawing the reserve with the Messenger Raven, so it works out. Recruiter for the watch is also super good. In general, but especially in a matchup like this, it's so good. I have no power to take. Why? Oh, he's discarding for three-finger hob there, I guess. Or he has Airy. I don't know. He does have Airy. Okay. I guess they did let him win dominance. Let's just do this. Technically a misplay, but oh well. I blame it on him playing Airy. Oh, he's keeping Airy on the board. Well, that was a misplay. You always bring Airy back to hand, man. You never keep her on the board. Like, what are you doing? You think I'm not going to play Valor Morgulis here? Like, if I have Valor Morgulis in my deck, I would 100% play it right now. Of course, I don't have it, but I do have Valor Doharis. I think I'm even going to be cheeky and put Aemon on the bottom of my deck, because I don't think I played my... Yeah, I didn't play Here to Serve, so... Man, stop calling. Keep getting calls while I'm trying to record. Did not flip a summer plot into the winter festival. That kind of sucks. But this is really good because he's going to keep a bunch of small characters. He's definitely going to keep three-finger hob, and I'm going to steal three-finger hob with recruiter for the watch. That'll be dope. And he's first, so he can't milk it. Not this turn, at least. Although I think if he had milk, he probably would have just put it on Bowen Marsh, so he probably doesn't have it. Come on, man. Okay. I guess that's some synergy with Valar Doharis, is you can, if you just draw Aemon, you can not pick him, and then your Here to Serve still matters. Here we go, we got the big boy. Probably can't marshal him this turn. Probably going to do recruiter for the watch. He still has so much money. Goodness. I guess, how does he have so much money? He collected 8, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Oh, he has it too. That's hilarious. Gonna be like trading 2 drops. But the joke's on him. He has a lot more 2 drops than I do. And he has Corin Halfhand. That blows. That really sucks. Want to do pass? You have 2 gold. Wow, I can't even afford recruiter plus nightmares. and I can't afford Jon Snow, there's like nothing I can do this turn. I can't play the Recruiter because Corrin will just kill it. So that's really terrible. I think we lost this game because we were just way too behind at the start of the game. I did not draw good enough, and his draws were way too good. Nothing you can do about it. I think I play this and a Messenger Raven. No, the Messenger Raven will die. So that's not worth it. Oh, I have Nightmares. Okay, so... No, that's not going to work. Yeah, I think I'm just dead. There's like no way out. So I'm going to have to kill Donalnoy. And I could not afford Messenger Raven plus Nightmares. There was no way out. And then after he dies to a military claim, we're just going to be way too far behind to ever do anything. So unless some magic happens, I think I'll concede this turn. That opening turn was too brutal. There's nothing I could do about it. I don't defend this because this way he can't do Intrigue. Unless he's dumb, he shouldn't do Intrigue. He should know I have Dolores Head. I guess I can win power. Might as well. Because he can't use Castle Black on Littlefinger. So I think I have no chance in this game, but I guess I can play Late Summer Feast and see what happens. Oh, did I already play Late Summer Feast? Jeez. Yeah, I'm definitely dead then. There's no way. I'm just never going to have enough money, so... That sucks. Like I said, one of my least favorite ways to lose is, oh, I didn't draw a good setup, and then you did frickin' Race in Their Midst, False Spring. That's really fun. Let's try another one. That leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I have been seeing a lot more Night's Watch. It seems more prevalent right now. And I'm sort of wondering, is that maybe because other factions got nerfed a lot by the restricted list and like Night's Watch really didn't? Maybe that's why? I don't know. Maybe it's because of Greyjoy, and Night's Watch is probably one of the better factions to try to play against Greyjoy just because of Craven. That could be why. And I guess another Another misplay that I made in that game is that I sent my Aemon to the bottom of the deck with Valardo Harris, and then I died to Military Claim. But that would have been fine if he didn't have both Recruiter for the Watch and Corrin Halfhand. I mean, there's no way I could know he had both of them. So I think that was not an unreasonable decision. Of course, no locations. Why would I ever draw locations? But this is still a playable setup at least. Targaryen Meereen. Well, this is a lot less of a Cancer deck than it used to be because he cannot have Flea Bottom or his Darzo Lorak. He can still have Drogon, so he can still win the game immediately by just playing Drogon. And then I happen not to have Nightmares, and you know, that's a really fun and interactive thing, but we'll see if that happens or not. We both play at the gates, of course. Do I want to do Gates of the Moon? Probably, because I don't think I want to marshal Bowen Marsh on the first turn. Of course I draw a Corrin Halfhand. Pretty typical. And I drew Maester Aemon, I swear. Let's see. I don't have Milk, so if he plays the Daenerys, then I can't use Recruiter for the Watch. That'll be sad. Oh, there it is. Right off the top. So now I either can't play Recruiter, or I have to have a way to block this challenge. So yeah, I probably just have to play Corrin Halfhand. Oh, and Astapor, that's wonderful. That's a ballsy card to be playing. Don't you know Greyjoy exists? Okay, well we have to play Corrin Halfhand or we'll just lose. And then I have 2 more gold, so I guess 2 Messenger Ravens. And I think if he has Kotho, we still lose, like on the spot basically. I probably would not have defended that, but he has Shadow Black Lane, so I had to defend that. I mean, don't have to, but very much in my interest to defend it. So probably no Kotho, unless he drew it, which would be just my luck, but he didn't. So we survived this turn at least. Man, this is a time where Forced March would still be insanely good, even without any military chumps. I'm going to use both of these, even though it puts me over reserve, because I really want to draw Nightmares. Of course I don't, but I really wanted to try to draw it. Craven's probably not going to be that good. We definitely don't need 2 Ravens. The Veteran Builder, we wanted it in the discard anyways, so let's do this. Craven is only good on, like, exactly Khal Drogo. It's not usually that relevant anywhere else against Targaryen. Don't think any of these are high enough to win initiative, because he's probably going to do Forced March. Maybe Exchange? I think it's either Exchange or Here to Serve. And Here to Serve doesn't matter if I can't defend the Drogon, so let's just go Exchange. Oh my goodness, I won initiative. Why did he play that plot? Oh, it killed my steward. Sure. No Nightmares. That sucks. I guess Begging Brother would have been another answer, but Begging Brother requires you to draw Begging Brother, And once again, all the answers are not drawn. 11 cards in hand and no answers. But we get to go first, and that might be an answer. We'll find out. Well, I'm definitely not playing Bowen Marsh, so let's do Rose Road. The agenda would be really strong here, but I doubt that I'll be able to use it. Maybe we are playing Bowen Marsh. Oh man. So if I play Bowen Marsh and then attack on Intrigue for 8, he'll need one other Intrigue icon to be able to block it. So the odds of being able to use the agenda are pretty close to 0. I think we have to do this and just hope for the best. Do I go? Yeah, we go Flea Bottom. Because I have the Veteran Builder. Unfortunately, he can just Astapor, Miss Sandy, or Jon Snow, so I can't do the agenda. Probably has Dracarys too, so I'm probably dead no matter what I do. That'd be my guess. Probably dead no matter what. Because this is not enough to defend the military, and then he will kill Corrin Halfhand. Still has 3 gold to play Dracarys. Yeah, I'm super dead. Look at all these locations. That's disgusting. Oh, he just marined right away. That's encouraging. I guess we should do this and just make him use the Astapor if he's going to use it. Yep. What a surprise! I would never see that coming. Oh my goodness. Outplayed. There was a huge counterplay. There's, like, I totally could have done something about that. He clicked on that card so fast. At least I have Close Call if I draw the 3rd copy and I don't lose the game next turn. I think I kind of lost the game this turn, to be honest. But I didn't draw Nightmares or Begging Brothers, so I guess I got outplayed. And this is one of the things that is frustrating the most, because people always say, oh, you can play around burn, man. You can totally play around it. No, you can't play around it. Because if I don't attack, then he just attacks with Drogon and plays Dracarys on my defender. And it's at least as bad, probably even worse. So no, there's not actually any playing around it. It's draw the answer or lose. He didn't target Corrin. Oh, that makes sense. Alright. Yeah, I think that's the end of this game. Amazing gameplay. I think I enjoyed losing to the Winter Choke deck much more than losing to this. This is easily my most hated game mechanic. Well, should I try another one? How long is this video? 44 minutes. I guess we're throwing in the towel. You just can't win them all, right? Maybe next time.